shit flew right now. I'm on touch right now.
Hello, welcome people. Hope you're good. Hope you all are feeling well. It's Mr. Michael again with another Disconnect and Chill live session, live stream. Thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna first of all start off as we always do. We're gonna go into a nice little relaxation technique. Start off with a little bit of breathing, helping our body and mind transition down to a nice calm space, and then we're gonna start with our little bit of talking. So now what we're gonna do, I felt like taking it to a different space rather than going to a natural setting. Go to a more of an outdoor setting where we're able to see nature in its truest form. And one of the ways that we do that is being on the train. So a simulation of being on the train, and then we can see that kind of sights and the scenery of being on a train, as well as the breathing practice. Now, one thing about scenery, one thing about landscape vision is it enables our body from a biological and neurological perspective to calm down. So this is why if you look at a horizon, or if you look at a landscape or a sunset, your body starts to automatically transition to a nice calm space. So we're trying to trigger those things right now without being outside, without being on a train, without being able to look at nature, but we're able just to do a couple of things at home whilst we're here. So make sure the screen is nice and big, make sure you can see it in its full entirety, and we're going to go to our space.
Tripping on the time well spent. I pull up and gotta slide once again. You signed up, said you ride to the end, yeah. But you don't wanna be alone. If it's something on your mind, let me in. Hey, no, I be hoping that the vibe never ends. I just hope you know that I understand that you don't wanna be alone. You ain't even gotta say it. Misunderstood, don't need to be complicated. Ay, you know we good, no reason to be explaining. Just give me loyalty, cause love is overrated. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know you love when we shaded. Duh, duh, they hate it when we isolated. Ay, you know we good, no reason to be explaining. Just want your loyalty, the love is overrated. Are you down to bleed the streets with me? Or could you be blinded by all this sights you see? I'm willing to give you all this love I got, but no relationships involved. I just need your loyalty, that's all. Don't need love, you ain't even gotta say it. Misunderstood, don't need to be complicated. Ay, you know we good, no reason to be explaining. Just give me loyalty, cause love is overrated. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know you love when we shaded. Duh, duh, they hate it when we isolated. Ay, you know we good, no reason to be explaining. Just want your loyalty, the love is overrated. Yeah. You know I'm forever late. Money ain't nothing if you got nobody to share it with. Heart on my sleeve, don't got a problem with wearing it. Time ain't free, so if you got it, then cherish it. You know the code never switch. My love been legit. You know I'ma go all out for my chick. If we ever fall out, get a grip, get it right back. And if it's up, let it stick, and it's like that. You ain't even gotta say it. Misunderstood, don't need to be complicated. Ay, you know we good, no reason to be explaining. Just give me loyalty, cause love is overrated. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know you love when we shaded. Duh, duh, they hate it when we isolated. Ay, you know we good, no reason to be explaining. Just want your loyalty, the love is overrated. Are you down to bleed the streets with me? Or could you be blinded by all this sights you see? I'm willing to give you all this love I got, but no relationships involved. I just need your loyalty, that's all. Don't need love. boss, I've been away for some time, but I know it's still on mine. Girl, I still ain't touched my prime. Can't just sit back and recline. All that time spent alone. All the time spent alone. I know you missed the vibe we was on. Can't deny it, so don't. Yeah. So I'm on 10, 248. Know that bag on the way. Look, I know the streets ain't safe. I stay dangerous either way. I've been through hell, wish me well. I know you won't kiss and tell. I'm not cool with taking L's. Do my dirt up by myself. Fell out with friends, I'm like, oh well. If you my dog, we default well. I try to reach out, I can't tell. That pride to keep you in your shell. I understand, we fall and fail. Get that bag and leave that trail. They can't feel the pain I feel. I just owe shit to myself. So if I go and duck up, hope you know ain't no love lost. Might get low if I don't take that risk. I ain't no boss. I've been away for some time, but you know you still my slime. Memories we can't rewind. Can't just sit back and recline. All that time spent alone. All the time spent alone. I know you missed the vibe we was on. Can't deny it, so don't. It was a midnight game slide. I had to pull again back. A stick and move on the west.
Halfway through your breathing technique now, just make sure you're keeping nice and calm, nice and balanced. We got halfway through. Keep the breathing going. Stay nice and relaxed.
Once I touch down in your city, you know it be how she walk. I might hit my Ricky and that cookie on the go. Yeah, the freak come out at night. Don't think we don't bite. Once I throw you off your balance, they go savage, I just might. Ay, hold on for your life. Need my issue right on sight. Pistol pack and put in work to get my stripes. Fuck the hype. It was a midnight game slide. I had to pull again back. A stick and move on the west side. Cause you know you give me the best high. Ay, it was a midnight game slide. I had to pull again back. A stick and move on the west side. Cause you know you give me the best high. Ay.
And I quote, don't act like I won't. Pull up on you quickly for that quickie, I won't smoke. Once I touch down in your city, you know it be how she roll. I might hit my Ricky and that cookie on the go.
Yeah, you be thugging through the lonely nights. Yeah, always knew you were the soldier type. Yeah, cause what we built ain't overnight. Yeah, you ain't never folding right, even if I'm wrong or right. And you know I'm far from perfect. Plead the fifth if 12 come searching. I know one or two things for certain. If I ain't with you, I'm putting the work in. What would I be without my baby? What would I be? God alone might break me. Gotta protect you, niggas better respect you. That's why I keep it off safety. Yeah, you be thugging through the lonely nights. You be ducking, yeah, you be. Always knew you were the soldier type. Always knew you was, yeah. Cause what we built ain't overnight. Yeah. You ain't never folding right, even if I'm wrong or right.
If I don't call it, no step out on me. Do for you, just don't go follow me. I make it home, I got my file on me. Reach six, she let it pile on me. I'm tryna take it there if you gon' follow me. You ain't never gotta worry. I'm gon' pull up and make it worth it. Or you can pull up where it's thirsty. I heard it, you be thugging through the worst shit. For always cash and I was flocking for the purses. This shit real when I'm popping in my verses. When I get home, I'm gon' beat it up, I'm thirsty. Just feel I ain't gon' do this for nobody. I put that Louis and that Gucci on your body. Just hold that work while I'm in traffic, that my crime. If I can call, put up the court and alibi me. Shawty stand by me.
You be thugging through the lonely nights. You be ducking, yeah. You be. Always knew you were the soldier type. Always knew you was, yeah. Cause what we built ain't overnight. Yeah. You ain't never folding right, even if I'm wrong or right. You be thugging through the lonely nights. You be ducking, yeah. You be. Always knew you were the soldier type. Always knew you was, yeah. Cause what we built ain't overnight. Yeah. You ain't never folding right, even if I'm wrong or right. You be thugging through the lonely nights. You be ducking, yeah. You be. Always knew you were the soldier type. Always knew you was, yeah. Cause what we built ain't overnight. You be thugging through the lonely nights.
Coming to the last minute now. Allowing our body and mind to fully unwind, fully balance. Really start to disconnect from all the stresses and strains that we felt throughout the day. Allow the moving and now the breathing and now the scenery to allow our body to naturally transition into that space as we enter the final minute of our balance and breathing technique. The thing that happens at the beginning of our session and what should be done every single night when we transition from a place of stress to a place of calm. Just allow our body to naturally transition into that space using the power of breathing, the power of nature, and the power of music. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect, guys. Hope you are good. Hope you enabled your body and mind to transition to a nice calm space. As I say again, hello, my name is Michael. This is Disconnect and Chill live sessions, helping you to transition to a nice calm space at night. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to look at our Patreon if you want to kind of get involved at the Disconnect and Chill movement. But as I said, we like to start off every single session with that nice balancing breathing technique, just to kind of bring our state back down, using music, using nature, using our breath to trigger working on our state, working on our sight, and working on what we can hear to transition our body. And as are the 3 key principles of Disconnect and Chill live sessions, helping you with those 3 things to help to immerse you in a space of calm. As you can see right now, I've got my wallpaper, my nature wallpaper, which helps to trigger my mind to enter into that calm space. And when I focus on my breathing, when I focus on listening to the music, it allows me to naturally transition down. So that's what I'm trying to get all of us within this community to do. Hope you're good, hope you're well, hope your Monday was fun in the cold. Alright, cool. So today we're going to talk a little bit about who I am. Hello, if you are going to join, if you are going to speak to or become a member, you need to know a little bit about myself or why you should be involved within this Disconnect and Chill movement. So we're going to go quite into depth about who I am, about my past, about what enabled me to really focus on stress management as a real tool, what made me become a stress management specialist, what made me work on stress reduction in particular. And it all started off between the ages of like 11 and 16, I would say. And this is going to go quite deep, so you're going to know quite a bit about me by the time we're finished here. So I hope you're ready to understand a little bit about myself. So between 11 and 16, I would say like I was in, obviously that's secondary school days. That's when you're starting to really find yourself. And for me, I found myself as the kind of like the class clown, the popular person, and I used to gain real good feedback when I was being my funny self. People used to laugh at me in a class, but it never really got me good when it comes to grades. And I was a very disagreeable person by trait, so I used to not really understand. If I didn't really understand why I was doing something or it didn't make sense to me, I wouldn't really be that motivated to do it. And that kind of transitioned into me becoming a lot more defined, and that kind of defines the person I am today, where I'm very disagreeable. I won't just agree with an individual because they've said that. I need to understand why and what's the principles and what's the mechanism behind why people do stuff in order for me to really understand it. And that's an element of which helps me to disconnect from all of the, I say, bullshit that people talk about on a day-to-day basis and really hone in on what really works for me. But if you go to around about the 14 to 16 age mark, that's when like I became like really unconfident, and reason being is because societal pressure. So back in those days, for a young black man, well, a young dark-skinned man, I should say, it was quite tough because it was not seen as very attractive to be darker skinned. And this created a whole bunch of turmoil or trauma in my mind, thinking, okay, cool, I'm not attractive, I'm not nice, I'm not this, I'm not that. Where it actually got me to the point thinking about, okay, using like lightening cream or bleach to kind of like lighten my skin, because I thought that I had that much of a complex of not knowing who I am. And maybe not to that extent, but I feel like a lot of people are going through that complex where they're not knowing who they are, and they're just allowing the world to manipulate and adapt who they are, or the world's just going to tell them who they are. And that's the kind of process I went through, and that's when real anxiety really started to kick in with me, where I started to really think and feel like negatively about myself, and I was very like self-critical, and I had a lot of doubt about who I was. But if you take it a couple of years later than that, so around about 16 to 18, the whole world switched, and now I would say, like, for a young dark skinned man, it was in to be dark skinned. So like all of a sudden I'm getting all this attention, and I would call that phase of my life when I was fake confident, where I was like, oh yeah, like I'm the guy, I'm the man, but really I didn't really understand, I didn't really get why the transition has happened. And that really created some unease in my mind, thinking, okay, like 1 second I'm this, next second I'm that, and didn't really understand what was happening or why it happened. But when you're young, you just ride the wave. Okay, cool, I don't know whether it's just going to be forever, so I'm just like, ride the wave. Yeah, I'm getting attention, yeah, XYZ, which was fun, I could say. Like, it's just fun. I call that kind of section when my skin tone was in fashion. And yeah, it was a very interesting time, but still had anxiety, still didn't really feel like anything was really genuine, and I just thought anything could be, well, the feeling that I had could be taken away from me at any time. So I had like anxiety, where the point where not just about my appearance and how I looked, but just about general things in life, I really started to have like real anxiety problems, to the point where it would actually make me physically sick sometimes, where I could feel the anxious feeling bubbling up within me, and my natural go-to thing was to try to calm myself down, and that was for breathing. But sometimes I wasn't able to take control of myself, and I would physically be sick. And this happened from about 14 to, I'll say, around about 22, and I'm 31 right now. So talk about like a key time which I can really remember, when I was I'll say 14 or 15. There was like a school dance that you went to, and like they rented a hall, and like obviously you go out and ask someone out for a date and that sort of stuff, and she comes along, and like how I built up in my mind, I built up to a real like big event, and the anxiety of that made me physically sick while I was there. So there was a time when I was dancing with the woman, or with the girl that I liked, and I felt the anxious feeling coming about, and I felt it, and I was just trying to calm myself down, trying to have deep breaths, but then I couldn't control myself. So I decided to say, give me 1 second. I went to the toilet, and I was actually physically sick then and there. But what was weird is that as soon as I'm physically sick, straight afterwards I'm fine. There was no like sick feeling. As soon as the kind of like, for example, the physical sick came out, and I'm sorry if you guys are eating, I know it's like coming close to eating time, but yeah, this is just, I'm telling you my story. So like, well, after I was physically sick, I was totally fine, and I really started to get me to look at, okay, why do I experience this? Number one, what's happened to my body, and why does other people experience exactly the same thing that I'm experiencing and not have that same response? So then, like, I started to look at the people around me, like, for example, my parents, and I started to view, not really ask them, but view how, like, they manage stress. And obviously, like, they travelled over here from West Africa at a young age, or not at a young, at a young age, maybe just after school or going into college. But that was a totally different time, I'll say. That was a time where I would say racism was quite high, so they weren't able to really they wasn't really even able to, how can I say, they didn't have the capability or the ability to look at what stress actually was. And I feel like that's happened. I call it like survival mode. So for a very long time, like urban people or cultured people or African people, I'm talking from my perspective. So I'm an African person. My parents didn't really have a lot of time to like look at stress management because they were in survival mode. And survival mode is when you're thinking about when's your next meal going to come from, like is the rent paid, is all of the things that you need in life paid for. And if you're living kind of paycheck to paycheck, where you're not able to really transition out of that, you stay in that survival mode where you're stressed all the time, but there's no real capability of you to transition out of that stress because you have no physical energy to give to it. But obviously I saw them and they had their own stress management tools, even if they didn't know there were tools. Alcohol, like food, just other things just to help to use as a form of escapism to escape their current environment or the stresses and strains that they were feeling. And obviously this is quite a prominent thing in society where people are using other substances, whether it is weed, whether it's alcohol, whatever it is, they're using substances to escape from their current environment. And escapism is good to stress, but you're putting on physiological, biological stress when you're drinking alcohol. So it got me looking about, okay, how can I create something where it's a good form of escapism where I'm escaping from stress, but it's also not a detriment to my own health. So then I started to look at my family, my wider family, and like there was no real clean answers that were given to me, and there's no real examples that I could use because, as I said, everyone was kind of in that survival mode because all of the older people that were my family members were, I would say, hustlers, where they were hustling to try to make their life a better place, to make their world a better place. So then I went on my own journey where researching about spirituality, researching about the mind, researching about the body, researching about a whole bunch of things to see how I could auto-regulate my state or myself or my mental health. And I think what one thing that really was quite telling was, it's funny because when I had that anxious feeling, the automatic thing I would go to was I try to breathe. And sometimes by breathing in a certain style, I was able to calm myself back down. So I was like, okay, fine, there's some power in this breathing, there's some power in this technique. But I didn't really understand what it was, how it worked, and what enabled my body to transition to that nice calm space. So I was thinking, okay, fine, let me research about what breathing does, the power of breathing. And I went on breathing courses, done breathing workshops. I've done a bunch of different breathing activities, and I worked out what the key principles of what breathing can do. It shifts you from a place of alertness into a place of calm. And that got me thinking of what other things can help to shift you from a place of alertness to calm. And what I think the easiest and freest things that we can use is breath work, is music, and is nature. And those are the things that I teach or profess within Disconnect and Chill sessions. These are the things that I'm showing you as a community, using these three things to help you to transition to a space of calm in an effective and efficient way, where you are enabling your body to transition away from that space of stress and enter into a place of calm, but where your body is better for it, and your brain and your mind and your being is better for it as well. So those are that's the key elements of what Disconnect and Chill actually is, and this is how my journey created this Disconnect and Chill live sessions. And then from then on, I've kind of built myself within the mental health sphere. I started off as a personal trainer. And like you hear a lot of people that they said they've got physical goals, but they're normally related to mental or some sort of feeling. So I want to lose 10 pounds because I want to feel better about themselves. I want to feel better about myself. So what I start to look at is how I can get individuals to feel better about themselves, irrespective of like their weight or their aesthetic look. So from an internal perspective, and once you can build the internal and external simultaneously, then you have the power to really have control of your state and really to feel secure and strong within who you are. What I say, the first element of mastery, you have to master yourself. And the first element of finding your purpose is you have to kind of develop who you are or find who you are and become solid and quite regimented and be quite firm in who you are. Because once you're firm in who you are and you're immovable in that sense, and you know who you are, you know what your faults are, and you're able to mitigate them, and you're able to listen and to truly hear and to be objective and to be logical and to be methodical, that's when you're enabled. That's when you basically, I would say, that's when you have the true capacity to start to go out into the world and start to seek what your purpose is, because you have that internal compass, and rather than being swayed by X or by Y or by Z, rather than like listening to the internet to tell you what to do, or rather than listen to other individuals tell you what to do, whether it be your parents, whether it be your friends, your spouse, your brother, sister, whoever it is, rather than listen to other individuals, you can hear what they're saying, but also listen to yourself. And from that ability to listen to yourself, you are able to be like, okay, fine, is this something that really fits with me, knowing who I am? If it is, then you go along that journey and you really find out who you are from that. And if it's not, then kind of come away from that. But knowing that who you are is you're going to attract the things that are for you and reject the things that are not for you. And when you're on that journey, you are able to really find your purpose and live in purpose, on purpose. And I feel like that's what I'm trying to teach other individuals to. Number one, master yourself, master your state, master your body, master your breath, master your scenery, master your how to down-regulate and up-regulate your state. And then once you have that power to do so, then you can start to manipulate and adapt your surroundings to start to design your life. And that's a little bit about myself and who I am in my journey and why I started to create Disconnect and Chill. So I hope you kind of resonate with that. Smash the like button, smash the subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And I'm going to take you on a journey. I'm going to take you on a journey of self-discovery. Take you on a journey of learning how to manipulate and manage and take control of your state, your space, your being. And then once you have that ability to do so, you can go out in the world with a new lease of life and a new sense of confidence or energy, knowing who you are and knowing what to accept and what to reject. Because that's what I do on a day-to-day basis. I want to try to get the world to do the same thing. All right, cool. Now we're going to work and transition into our recovery breathing practice. So we're just going to start off by working on our breath with a guided breathwork session right now. As we always do, as part of the community, if you join us on Patreon, you get a breathwork tool which can help you to down-regulate your state. If you don't know about what the tool is, I'm just getting it now, is a little bamboo straw. And what this bamboo straw allows you to do is it allows you to control your breath as you're breathing. If you think of when you exhale, your heart rate comes down, or your state is more, you're more in control of your state. If you inhale, your heart rate increases, so you're increasing your state. And obviously the goal of Disconnect and Chill sessions is to down-regulate your state. So when you breathe out through your straw, you're elongating your breath, you're lengthening your breath, which therefore makes your body and brain transition into a state of calm. So then whatever you do after this period of time, make sure that what you're doing is for you, whether you want to have a bath, whether you want to watch TV, spend some time with your spouse, have sex, do whatever you want to do. I don't care. But whatever you do, keep it about you, keep it about recovery, keep it about restoration, keep it about down-regulating your state without getting too much stimuli in. And that's what's going to enable you to replenish over a 24-hour period and start to rebalance your state, so you can go tomorrow and do exactly the same thing when you're in your purpose. All right, cool. So the principle is you breathe in through your nose for 5 and you breathe out through your mouth for 10 or more seconds. So I'm not going to guide you too much because I don't know whether you can breathe in for 5 or out for 10, but I'm just going to say what we're going to try to work on is double exhalations. So you're going to inhale. If you inhale for 3, exhale for 6. If you inhale for 4, exhale for 8. If you inhale for 5, exhale for 10. And you want to kind of go along that process where you are down regulating your state with your exhale breath. So this is the kind of transition period where we start to focus on this. So what I want you to do to start off with is start to calm down and just find a nice comfortable space. And let me mute this a little bit, get a nice bit of quiet going so we can set the scene first of all. So find a nice calm space whether you're going to be sitting down or lying down, whatever it is that you're going to be doing. Just make sure that your lighting is correct. Make sure that you're not going to be disturbed for the next 10 to 12 minutes. Close the door. Whether you like light or dark is totally fine. Whatever kind of works best for you. And once you find your space, once you found what gets you nice and comfortable, I want you to either sit or lie and just gently close your eyes. And just allow your body to breathe and just become aware and cognizant of how you're breathing. See how your chest is moving. See how it feels to breathe in through your nose and out through your nose or mouth. Just really connect with that sensation of breathing. And once you're here, allow your body to become more and more relaxed. So with every exhalation that you do, allow your body to transition down into that calm, relaxed space. Knowing that the exhalation is what allows your body to transition down from a place of alertness to a place of calm. Using your breathing, using the power of your breath. Taking deep breaths in through your nose and releasing through your mouth. Relaxing your shoulders, relaxing your back, relaxing your hips, relaxing your thighs, relaxing your calves and your heels. And as you become an observer of your breathing, just see whether it is short, whether it is full, whether you're breathing into your chest or to your stomach, what body parts are moving as you're breathing. Bring your awareness to how it feels to be sitting or lying down. The points of contact to the floor or to the bed, to the chair, wherever you're sitting or lying down. How your clothes feel touching your skin. All of the sounds that you could be hearing, whether it is my voice or the music or anything else that you're experiencing right now. Not attaching yourself to any sound, just becoming aware of all of the external sounds that you're experiencing. Now, bring your world and your attention from the external to the internal. How does your heart feel? Stomach. Bring your awareness now to your feet. And like a surge of energy, feel the body or feel your awareness travel up your legs, past your knees and your thighs, into your hips, to your lower back, into your stomach, to your chest, into your upper back, to your shoulders, traveling down your arms, past your elbows, come to your wrists and hands and fingers. Bring awareness now to your neck, traveling up your neck, past your chin, your lips, your ears, your nose, your eyes, and your whole head. And just scan your body from an internal perspective, any areas of pain, discomfort, tension, whatever it is you're experiencing. Just become aware of that. And as you breathe, start to exhale out any tension or any stress or any strain that you're currently feeling. Allowing your body to naturally transition to that space of calm. Using your exhalations, allowing your exhalations to fully calm your body and brain and mind down. Take a full inhalation in and full exhalation out. And now we're going to go into our double exhalation breathing practice. As we're in this nice, calm, balanced space, you're going to inhale in through your nose and exhale through your mouth, closing your mouth like with a little hole in it, and exhaling out through the hole or through a straw if you have a straw. Take a nice deep breath in and release. Breathe in and release. One more breath before we start. Inhale in and exhale, release. Work on your double exhalation. Breathing in to the count of 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhaling, doubling the count. Try not to over breathe in. Breathing so it feels comfortable. And exhale out. And with the exhalation, just bring your body and your mind's eye to I'm taking control of my state. I'm taking control of my breath. I'm taking control of my body. And I'm taking control of my mind. I'm transitioning to a nice calm space, which is allowing my body and my brain to grow. Just use that mantra as you breathe in and release. And you allow your body to transition to a space of calm and relaxed. All through breathing, through sight, and through hearing. Still focus on that double exhalation and allow your body to drift into a calm space. using the sounds, using your breath, using your body, and just sinking into whatever surface that you're in. Allow your body to melt as you breathe in and release. Come to halfway. Allow your body to float away as you breathe and listen to the calming sounds. Using your double exhalation breath. Come to your final minute. Relaxing the body, relaxing the mind, taking full inhalations in and double exhalations out. Start to unwind. Start to hear the external sounds, my voice, the low music. Start to experience all of these things once again as we transition up and out of this meditation. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright guys, hopefully you're good, hopefully you're well, hopefully you're feeling nice and relaxed, nice and zenned out. I want to show you a bit of the technology that we use at Disconnect and Chill. I'll change it to the screen so you can see me a little bit better. So, this is a heart rate monitor, and this is giving me an indication of my heart rate during the session, and I've been wearing it for the whole session underneath, and basically it enables me to see when my body is in a state of stress or when my body's in a state of calm. And this is one of the most powerful things that you can have in your disconnecting and chilling zone. So monitor your physiology, monitoring your state, making sure you're going back to that resting heart rate zone or even below is going to give an indication that your body is down regulating and is entering into that calm space. And how you know is you put one of these on one of your fingers and it gives you a readout. So right now we're saying that my heart rate is 56 beats per minute, 57, 56, 53. So it's showing me that my is now at my resting heart rate or below, which means that my body is transitioning to this nice calm space. And that's what the goal of Disconnect and Chill sessions is all about. Helping you to down regulate your state from a place of alertness or stress or anxiety or whatever it is to a place of calm. Alright guys, I hope you guys have had a good session. Hope you guys are feeling nice and relaxed. Start your evening right. Now go into your evening with a nice calm and chill vibe. And then I hope you guys have a nice good sleep. We're going to be talking about sleep on Wednesday, so tune into our Disconnect and Chill session on Wednesday, where we're going to go a little bit more into depth about how we can master our energy when it comes to sleep, or master our sleep. So if you are wanting to join, it is at 8 o'clock on Wednesday night. Alright guys, peace.